Hi, I'm Tek Samuel and I'm here at the Sports Dock. And as you all know, last week was the inaugural Challenge Cup against Anglia Ruskin University. And although we suffered a disappointing loss to our visitors, I think it can be safe to say that the overall event was a considerable success. Now, a week on from the event, the dust has settled. I'm here back at the Sports Dock to hear the thoughts and views of the staff and participants who took part at last week's Challenge Cup. Back to last week. Obviously, we had the Challenge Cup. I gather. Did you play or?
Yeah. So I play for the basketball team, but I also work as a marketing and comms assistant at UEL Sports. So I was able to assist on the event from the onset in terms of marketing material and communications, and basically promoting it to all the students at UEL and all staff, obviously. So I do a role. If I can say that, and main focus was, like I said, on promoting in social media around UEL.
This year we played ARU. Next year, if I'm correct, we'll be playing ARU again, but we'll be going over to their campus. Obviously, the year before we didn't play ARU. We didn't play ARU, did we?
No. So varsity's always been against Middlesex. That was the last 3 years, and it was always held here because Middlesex haven't got a facility where we can go and play sports. So I guess the cool thing, like you mentioned with ARU, is that they have they have good sports facilities. So the Challenge Cup will alternate every year. So be it sports then at ARU. So I think it'd be cool to kind of get both sides of the event. I don't think UEL has ever been away for a varsity game or Challenge Cup. So I think it'd be nice to kind of go over there and try and emulate their success they had this year when they defeated us on our own stomping grounds.
So besides different opposition, is there an actual difference in the two competitions aside from the name?
No, it's essentially the same thing. I think we chose to call it the Challenge Cup because ARU have an in-house sports day which they call varsity. So it's basically to not confuse their students because they have a campus in Cambridge and Chelmsford, and it's usually a case of them two campuses playing against each other. So it's just more of a name thing, more of a non-confusion element to it, I guess.
How did you see the event as a whole, overall?
I think it was really good. It was really successful. We got really good feedback from students and staff, both at UEL and ARU. I think people were impressed. I think the whole day had a good atmosphere about it. I think there was a lot of people here. We really put a lot of emphasis on promoting it this year, which I think was quite effective. If you look at like the footage and the pictures of the day, there's a lot of people here and people were excited. So I think as a first year, kind of the first instalment, it was successful, and I think going forward it will only get better. So I think UEL and ARU have a lot to look forward to in regards to the Challenge Cup.
I was with the cricket team, so we were first on last week.
How did that go?
Well, we were fortunate. The cricket team excelled actually. We won. We beat Anglia Ruskin in a thriller by 2 wickets. It's a great game of cricket.
How else did you find the Challenge Cup as a whole?
I think it was excellent. Obviously relatively disappointed we didn't win it, but the whole experience, the atmosphere, a lot of hard work has happened from our students and our marketing team and staff on the background to create such a fantastic spectacle. First and foremost, from my own personal experience, it was nice to be outdoors. In the past, we've played our cricket indoors. I think there was a far more of an atmosphere, which was really, really good. There was more people partook and came down and supported. So it was just a fantastic atmosphere.
Yeah, were you able to catch any of the other sports as well?
Bits and bobs, hard to sneak off, but managed to obviously keep an eye out on our men's beating Cardiff 2-0 in the promotion cup game, and managed to watch 1 or 2 activities over here, but only for a brief few seconds.
I think it was a massive success. I think students enjoyed it, staff enjoyed it. Unfortunately, the results didn't go our way, but I think it was a really good day. A really great, strong partnership with ARU was formed. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Last question, aside from the name and the opposition, what was different between the Challenge Cup this year and the varsity last year?
I think it was a joint partnership. I think ARU really bought into it, really we worked as a team, both universities. I think the students really got engaged, really got behind the entire thing. and I think it was good that it was across 4 different venues, and sports that never got the chance got to compete as well.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We've heard the thoughts and the views of both the staff and the participants, and I feel it's just the beginning of a blossoming partnership between the UEL and the ARU. The Challenge Cup next year will be held at Anglia Ruskins, so let's hope this time next year we're talking of a win instead and not a defeat. This is Tek Samuel reporting live at the Sports Dock.